Animals are losing their ability to blend in with their surroundings thanks to climate change, a new study suggests. Understanding animals' responses to the climate will become increasingly important as changes become more extreme in the future, researchers say. Animals in the extreme north, especially those adapted to survive harsh winters, are particularly vulnerable as these regions are experiencing the greatest changes. Agricultural scientists from Penn State University compared data from a study of snowshoe hares conducted in 2007 in the Yukon region of Canada with information collected from 70 Pennsylvania hares trapped in 2014 and 2015. Snowshoe hares are brown in the summer and develop a white coat in the winter to avoid predators. They found that the hares from the eastern U.S. had shorter, less dense and less white winter coats than their northern counterparts. Snowshoe hares got their name from their unusually large back feet, which help them move in heavy snow. Having large back feet is not the only adaptation the small hares have for life in the snow. Their white winter coat helps them blend in with the snowy background. Researchers believe the changes are the result of the animals adapting to less snow caused by the warmer climate. We trapped 3 hares in January that were almost completely brown, and it's the first time that has been recorded in eastern North America, lead researcher Laura Gagliotti said. The team also investigated how hares in Pennsylvania changed their behavior with the temperatures of the winter months fluctuating. They found that the hares altered movement rates and resting spot selection to cope with variable winter temperatures. Whilst this is a pointer that climate change is having a drastic impact on ecosystems and the survival of animals, it does provide some hope. If the hares are already responding to changes in their habitat, it is likely that they will continue to adapt as the climate alters. Researchers, right now, can only speculate over what time scale Pennsylvania's snowshoe hares' adaptations to warmer winters have occurred. They also don't know whether genetic modifications are triggering the changes. But in tandem, the adaptations may allow hares to survive warming long-term. Ms. Gagliotti added, "Our results indicate that snowshoe hares may be able to adapt to future climate conditions." Unfortunately, we don't know if they can adapt as quickly as climate change is occurring. The study was published in the Canadian Journal of Zoology. There are several ways in which animals can camouflage themselves against the surrounding environment. Countershading is a form of camouflage used by animals, where one side of the animal is darker than another. Often, in the animal kingdom, An animal's back, dorsal side, is dark while its underside, ventral side, is light. In 2017, an immaculately preserved fossil of an armored dinosaur was found that is believed to have used this form of camouflage. Despite being 18 foot long and weighing nearly 3,000 pounds, the dinosaur was still human enough for evolution to prefer camouflage over confrontation. Many animals can change their color to blend in with their environment. Chameleons have two superposed thick layers of iridescent cells that have pigment and reflect light. There are tiny crystals in the upper layer of the skin of chameleons, and depending on how relaxed they are, the nanocrystals become closer together or further apart. This movement alters the wavelength of light that is reflected and therefore appears a different color to the eye. Animals such as squid and octopus change color using specific cells called chromatophores, which change the color of the skin. These chromatophores are specialist cells that are controlled by nerves, which alters how much the pigment sac is changed, and therefore a difference in color. Snowshoe hares have a brown coat during the summer, but develop a white pelt in the winter to avoid being easily spotted by predators. These changes can occur almost instantaneously and are controlled by nerves or chemicals in the body. Some mammals such as Arctic foxes and snowshoe hares change the color of their pelt over time in line with the increased snowfall associated with winter. Snowshoe hares have a brown coat during the summer, but develop a white pelt in the winter to avoid being easily spotted by predators. As well as color change, they can manipulate the texture of their skin in order to blend in with the terrain. The surface texture of an animal's skin can also go a long way towards helping it blend in against its background, especially if the background is rough. Octopus and squid, for example, often live on rocky coral reefs or the sea floor, where the texture is very uneven. By contracting their papillae, tiny muscles in the surface of their skin, they can mimic different textures